Hey, what's going on, guys? Colin here with CH Sports, coming back at you guys with another sporting adventure. And before we get into the video, I just wanted to thank today's video sponsor, as well as my own personal sponsor, AGL Discs. AGL is a disc manufacturer out of California, and they are on the come up. They have some pretty sweet plastic, and if you wanted to check them out, their website is agldiscs.com. And if you use code CHSports, that's capital CHS, lowercase PORTS, you'll get 15% off your order at agldisc.com. I will also leave a link to their website down in the description below. Other than that, let's get into the video, guys.
Here we are, final 9 holes of the Almost Beaver State Fling. I'm Dion Arlyn, and back in the booth with me is Chris Nelson. What up, Chris?
What's going on, Dion?
Not too much. We're having a blast out at Milo. We've got coverage brought to you by AGL Discs. We're on the CH Sports YouTube channel. And our 4 competitors, Scott Withers, myself, Dion Arlyn, Chandler Fry, and Justin Joers, battling for $10 a hole. We're on the final 9 holes. We have only 2 players taking home skins so far, Scotty and myself. So now's the time for these other guys to make a push and try to take home some money.
Yeah, we're starting off at a pretty cool stretch of the west side, this kind of back corner of par 3s. Pretty tough par 3s. Birdies here feel really good, so I'm ready to watch some skins be won.
Let's do it. Now you see Chandler there had a $50 prize from a CTP earlier in the day, so he's not going home empty-handed. This hole is worth 2 skins, $20, hole 10, par 3.
Yeah, so most players trying to throw a big straight tee shot to access that low ceiling at the very end, probably 400 feet off the tee pad. Very demanding shot.
Definitely. I tried to throw a little turnover with the Zeus to try to have it come to the gap flat, but I left it out a little on the left side. Scotty hits and actually sticks in that tree. Took about 10 minutes to get that disc down.
Ooh.
Chandler pulled over on the right side, finds himself in the bush of no return, and
Yeah, that is
Justin
not a fun
lays
spot.
up in the middle.
Yeah, biggest mistakes here are kind of what Chandler did, flipping over into that tree. That tree will just swallow you, and then bailing out early left is also tough to access the green from there. Looks like you were able to poke through a little gap.
George, is that yours for par?
Yeah, I had a cool little alley that I lined up the basket. I was thinking if I can get through the gap, I'll take home $20, but wasn't meant to be, and we'll just simply push with a set of pars on that hole.
Yeah, not all
To
too
look at
common
the
to see
Zeus
pars there.
turnover.
Another
Hole
tough
11,
par 3 coming
probably
up.
the most dangerous hole.
Yeah. Got a pretty tight gap.
What do you throw here,
off.
Chris? What's your play?
I take kind of a stable PD and just try to hit the initial gap and get around that bush, which looks like you kind of clipped. The only thing I'm worried about here is missing the gap and getting kicked in early. Scott taking the shoe-strip gap.
Yeah, you have kind of a couple set of challenges here. The scap is the first one, and then that big bushy tree I hits the second one, and then the green's the third. So very, very demanding 400-foot par 3.
Pretty well executed by the last 3 if Justin got around that. This is a common spot. At least you're on the good side of that tree to where you have an open shot to the green. Justin can make these. Nice and safe. Chandler also laying up. Where is Scott right here?
Scotty was a little left and just ran the forehand putt, trying to make it for the skin. Everybody else is under the pin, so as expected, a 3 pushes it, but certainly a 2 would have taken a skin on that hole. That's a very challenging hole.
That's a special 2.
Chris, hole 12 on the west side may be one of my favorite holes in all of disc golf. It's the perfect length where you throw the great drive, get rewarded with the most satisfying flight.
I agree there. This is one of my favorites on the set. Yeah. You got to throw the disc hard to get to the green. The basket's kind of elevated, so you really want to get close. There can be a little sneaky headwind. You're right next to the river here. Got a little early.
Hey, I got company.
Chandler looking to hold on to the flip. Also a little early.
Justin hits the line, but not high enough. He will not get the distance he needs. I think Justin, this is about the longest hole that he would realistically have a 2 look at, because he could get the flip up to get to about, which puts you on this hole, plays about 460, so he would be within range for 2. A little low, Chandler a little on the left side, and Scotty now has an opportunity to throw one in for $40.
This is his beefiest gator of all time. This thing is just only does one thing. Ooh. Good bid there from Scott. Good putt there.
And I'll force the push there with the 3.
A little surprising though.
Scotty's reach back
birdies there, but getting all 3s through that corner isn't all too bad.
Not at all. And here we go, starting to pile up. We have hole 13, par 4, 700 feet across the way, and Boomtown tried to get a hold of one.
That is crushed. Needs to sit. Should be some tall grass over there to catch your disc.
Here's something you won't run into at the Beaver State Fling, a group of 7 casuals that just hopped onto the course. They hopped onto the course not even on hole 1. They just kind of like wandered into the park and were like, oh, we'll start here. And we're like, oh, hey, do you guys care if we throw? And they're like, nah, no problem. So we really tried to give them a show with our distance drives here, and they were pretty mind blown.
Yeah, that's always fun out at Milo. You do get a pretty diverse crowd out there. It's a pretty popular state park. You catch some families on the course. Kind of get to show them what pro disc golf's all about. Justin trying to keep pace. But at only 700 feet, this is a fine 2-shot hole for Justin. That looks great.
Only thing Chandler's contending with here is his footing. Has to go standstill. I believe that was one of his buzzes, and saws it off just a little bit. It was a blast to be able to play Milo in kind of this pressure-free environment. We were trash talking the whole time, having a blast, and it was really a good day.
Yeah, I wish I could have joined you guys. I think I was out at Buxton this weekend for a tournament.
Nice. Now, I'm so far up there, I've never been in this position. I actually had to go left of the tree, so I didn't really know what to do.
Yeah, that is not a case of Dion getting way too far off the tee pad. I remember you doing that at Blue Lake as well.
Exactly. I was like, wait, I've never been here. I don't know what to do.
Nice hit.
Thank you. Find a way to get the up and down, and these are gimmies for these guys. So, as expected, couple of us take threes, and we'll force the push. So now we're really starting to get into a situation like we did in round 1, where only 2 holes have determined any skins so far. So they're starting to creep into everybody's minds. There's only 1 or 2 holes coming up where legitimately it's a good opportunity to take a skin, and one of those holes is hole 14. Tell me about this one, Chris.
Hole 14, one of the most picturesque holes at Milo. I know there's a lot of them, but this one ranks up there. You're throwing it's kind of maybe a stable fairway on a little force over, and just watching that beautiful straight to slow fade at the end into the green.
That is what I was trying to accomplish. I did not get the Predator over for the second time this round. It let me down twice. I blame the discs, not my own abilities.
I think that's his. It's either a Thunderbird or a TL3. That's
I think
exactly
it's a TL3.
what you're looking for. Oh yeah.
Yeah. Laced it. He's right behind the tree, and he was complaining about it the whole way down, but he's only 8 feet away from the basket, so no one was worried about him not hitting that putt.
Never good enough for old Scotty.
Yeah, that's right.
Trying to read off his line. That looks pretty good. Needs a little fade. That'll putt. Yeah, that tree Joers is heading into has really grown, as well as all the rest of Milo, with the 3 months off that we had during the closures, making the shot a little more difficult. Let's go flick up there. Chandler probably 50, borderline 60.
Yeah, and he just let that putt go, and there was no chance. And Scotty picks up the $60.
There's Scotty's terrible $60 drive.
That's right. Yeah, he thinks it's terrible. Exactly. And
yeah, I'm always stoked to get the 2 on this hole. Not a shot you hit every time, for sure.
Yeah, I rarely get it. Maybe I've only gotten a handful of times. And Scotty, as of this recording, rated 1040, cracks into the 1040 club.
Yeah.
So this is a player who means business.
Yeah. All right, reset back to 1 skin. This is another pretty tough par 3. Most righties are throwing this kind of overstable backhand. I know you have this other line, which is a very big forehand, hitting a late gap, trying to access the green. That looked pretty good.
Yeah, I think I got through. I might have trickled a little bit of the branches right near the end because I wasn't as far up there as I was expecting. Had I gotten through completely clean, I think it would have been a little closer, but I do have a look, and I think these guys aren't putting themselves in position. So, although it's just for $10, I'm thinking I might have an opportunity to grab a skin here with only 4 holes left to go.
Yeah, this hole is another good run there from Chandler. Another just tough green to really get close to the pin. This is a really common spot, kind of 50 feet away. But not a lot of us have that forehand that probably plays close to 450 with the late uphill.
Yeah, it is a bomb. I honestly hadn't taken that line in about 5-6 years, but you referenced my forehand at Blue Lake on hole 5 gave me the confidence to go for the line today. And Scotty's just low. I haven't made a putt in what feels like an hour, so let's see if I can pull this out.
Circle's edge here. Oh, is that just right?
I think left, just off the left side, and or maybe right. I can't remember now. Maybe pulled it a little bit right, a little sticky on the putt. But had Scotty made his, I would have for sure made mine for the push. So we'll call it a draw.
Pars on that one. That's another really, really good two to get. Is that forehand smash. Man, Joers and Fry still looking for their first skin, kind of running out of time here.
That's right. Only 3 holes left to get it. This one, it will require a 2 at only 247 feet. You would expect this group to have a couple looks at it.
Yeah, this was a very straightforward, easy hole until you step up during the Beaver State Fling and you've parred the last 4 holes and you're thinking must birdie.
Exactly.
So straightforward. Take a staples mid-range and yeah,
I yanked my banger over, and next time I'm not throwing the banger. Chandler gets denied. Oh my goodness, that was going right to the green.
A big fat tree right in the line to access the green. Joers going inside. We'll have a look there, circle's edge. Good pitch out there. That bush is another just can swallow your disc.
Yeah, I had a lot of good saves today. Again, didn't really mean anything because all of these guys are getting the 2, but I was happy with that. Great putt from Chandler, bangs down about the 40-footer, and now pressure's on Scotty to hit this kind of blocked look from the back because...
Keep Chandler at 0.
Oh, and he gets him. Sorry, Chandler.
Dang.
Look at that squirrel take off in the background.
Yeah, what the heck?
That was awesome.
All right, 2 holes to play, kind of one realistic birdie and one very difficult birdie. Hole 17 is the more realistic of the 2 in the straight setting. Looking to turn over a fairway driver and have it go straight. That looks great. That's got to be his signature series Exodus from Infinite.
I believe so. So Scotty's in position. Throwing the Z surge, trying to flip it up. I don't get it to tip over, but I hit the gap at least, so I'm looking at it.
Yeah, pin high. That was great. Chandler, is this an Undertaker?
I think that one was the Vulture.
Vulture.
I'm not sure when he uses one or the other, but he's got a Vulture and an Undertaker, and I think they kind of do about the same thing. So it might just be preference for him as far as what's feeling good in the moment.
Joers fading out a little bit, headed towards the B pin. He'll have a big putt.
This is certainly makeable for Justin. He banged a couple earlier today. Let's see if he's still got a little magic left in the tank here.
Flips it up. Ooh.
Scotty's parked. I just missed this putt 2 holes ago. Not going to miss it this time.
Good push. I'm assuming. Yeah.
Yeah, that would be sad. Scotty just drops the 19-footer. So here we are in the final hole. 4 skins on the line. If nobody wins it outright, we just split the last 4 skins. So that's just, the math is easy, which is nice. But a 2 will certainly take it, and everybody has, except for Justin, because he complained about not having a roller all day. The rest of us have opportunities to get there on the roller.
Yeah, hole 18 is a hole I rarely get. If you got the roller, you can sneak around that corner. The danger is going inside early right can get pretty nasty, but a lot of players will just throw something straight, pitch up, and take their par to end their round.
Exactly. I get pretty good looks. I have a actually pretty solid roller, and the only difference today was they mowed well, but it was still left all the hay. It wasn't bagged or anything, so it's pretty thick on the fairway right now.
That is early.
Yeah,
and
no chance there.
A very bad spot.
I'm going to
What are
crush
you
this.
rolling here, Dion?
This is the Surge SS. It's really flippy. I'm trying to go basically land it at the corner, land it vertical, and just have it peel right immediately.
Ooh, that's good angle. A little wide.
See, I thought it looked great.
Yeah.
It just went nowhere in the tall grass.
That grass.
Chandler didn't get it down fast enough, and all cut.
That grass is just killing it.
Yeah.
Joers got a hold of that one pretty good.
That's right. He'll be able to kind of run at it from the corner there. Scotty with no chance of taking the 2, but this is a very tricky shot. We'll see if he can even get to a look for par. Like completely back to the basket. And he stall shot with the putter.
That was really good.
One shot to throw for sure.
Yeah, he called it out. That was really good. Good run from Justin there. Chandler with the OS. Put it in.
One time.
Oh! And about 2 feet
man.
short of taking home 4 skins. Oh, Chandler.
Give him $1. He drew some metal there.
That's right. And now we're all just looking to clean up some threes.
Just to flex that circle 2 percentage. Ooh.
And the angry fire from Scotty, and Justin's in. And now I'm kind of like, oh crap, I have to make this putt just to push now. Whoops. Shouldn't have ran it so hard.
Nice.
So there we go. We split the final 4 skins. So on the day, we've got Scotty with 16 wins, taking home 17 skins. I'm at 16, taking home 17 skins. Fry and Joers don't win any outright, but they get the 1 skin each for the split. Don't feel so bad, folks. I took Chandler out to Red Lobster on our way home and bought him a giant margarita.
There you go.
So
Consolation
it was
prize.
Thanks for checking us out, guys. Have a great rest of your pandemic. We hope to bring you more coverage here on CH Sports. Thank you, AGL Discs.
Thanks, guys.